You say, how do I choose my life without hurting my parents? Look at this carefully. Why does choosing your own life immediately feel like hurting someone? Why are these two things connected in your mind? Choosing yourself and causing pain. Who taught you this equation? Because if your life truly belongs to you, then why does it feel like a negotiation? Stay with this question. Don't answer quickly. So it is not that what should I choose? The real question is, why does choosing feel unsafe? Because if something is yours, it should not feel like stealing. But when you choose your path and you also feel like you are taking something, that means it was never fully yours. And this tells us something very important. Somewhere in your life, you have been treating yourself as a shared property. So let's look at what you think is happening. You say, I don't want to hurt them. I respect them. I just want to do things right. And all of that sounds correct. But look deeper. Is it really about their pain? Or is it about your discomfort when they are not okay with you? Because their approval creates instability inside you. And that instability you want to avoid. Now let's look at what is actually happening. Let us understand something very clearly. When you're truly clear about your direction, fear reduces. Not because the situation becomes easy, but because you are not divided inside anymore. Right now, the problem is outside. The problem is this. One part of you wants your own life, another part of you wants to remain approved. And you are trying to satisfy both. That is why you feel stuck. Imagine a car. Two people are on the driving seat. Both have their hands on the steering wheel. One wants to go left, the other wants to go right. What will happen? The car will not move smoothly. It will shake, it will hesitate, it may even crash. That's exactly what's happening inside you. One driver is your own voice. The other is the borrowed voices. Family, expectation, fear. And you are asking, why am I not moving forward? Why it feels so heavy? Now understand why this feels so intense. Because this is not just a decision. This is about belonging, identity, emotional security. If you go against expectations, you fear losing approval, creating distance, being misunderstood, and you try to adjust. But here is the truth. Adjustment without clarity becomes self-erasure. You slowly disappear while appearing good to everybody else. Let's talk about this. Are you really hurting them? Before we move forward, pause here. You keep saying, I don't want to hurt my parents. But what does that actually mean? Is it that they are in pain? Or is it that they don't agree with you? Because these are not the same things. If someone feels uncomfortable because you are becoming independent, is that pain? Or is that just resistance? Look at it honestly. If your growth creates discomfort, does that mean your growth is wrong? Or does it mean they are also being challenged to adjust? Sometimes we call it hurting them because that feels easier to carry. But the deeper truth is this. They are not okay with your decision and you don't yet feel stable when they are not okay with it. And that's where the real work is. Let us look at another perspective. Imagine wearing somebody else's shoes. From outside, everything looks fine. You are walking, you are moving, but inside it hurts. It does not fit your feet. Now imagine walking like this for years. Eventually, you forget what your own comfort even felt like. That is what happens when you live a life that is not chosen by you. The truth about freedom. Now let's correct something important. Freedom is not rebellion. Freedom is not, I will do whatever I want. That is immaturity. Real freedom is responsibility. The ability to say, I understand what I'm choosing, I know why I'm choosing it, and I'm ready to stand by it. When you reach this place, your energy changes. You stop sounding defensive, you stop sounding unsure, and slowly people stop interfering as much. The inner shift. So shift your question. Not how do I avoid hurting them, but am I clear enough to stand without fear? Because when you are clear, you don't argue, you don't panic, you don't over-explain. You simply state calmly and communicate. Gentle closing. You don't need to fight your parents. You don't need to rebel. But you also cannot live a life that is not truly yours, because that has a cost, a slow, invisible cost of losing your own self. So take your time. Don't rush decisions just to escape the pressure. Build clarity, because when you see clearly, you don't just choose your life, you stand in it, you stand by it, and all intentionally.